Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Dina. Today's video is going to be a get ready with me and my everyday go-to look. Let's get started. I'm just gonna pull my hair back. So I already moisturized. What I'm going to do now is I am going to prime my face. I'm gonna prime my face. I have combo skin, so I'm gonna prime with the Ole Henriksen. This is the Banana Bright Primer on my cheeks, which is where I get the most dry spots. And then I'm gonna go in with another primer on my pores, around my nose and T-zone area. Okay, so that is done with that one. Next up, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This one has actually been really good to help conceal my pores on my nose that I have. They're pretty large. And so I just take about that much on there and just kind of go in a little on my cheeks there. Now that the face is primed, we are going to go in with foundation, and my current foundation that I'm using is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Stick. And this one here, it's nice, it's hydrating, doesn't dry out the skin, but it's also not too oily. I'm in shade medium neutral, and so I just kind of go in. Okay, so after that, what I do is I go in with my Real Techniques sponge brush, and I actually kind of just go over and press in what I had going on, so for my foundation. Awesome. Next, I go in with a peach corrector. This is just a regular peach corrector I got from Sephora. And just to extra conceal on the main parts of my face where it's a little bit darker. So around here, around mustache, and under the eyes. Just like that. I do have just a couple areas here, so I'm just gonna brighten that up a little. And I'm gonna go in with the same brush. No need to waste extra brushes. I'm done with foundation, so. Next up, I am using my Fenty concealer. It is in shade 190. I use this to brighten around under my eyes, a little on my chin, and down the bridge of my nose a little. I use not much actually. Right in here. Okay, again, same brush. And I just dab the excess onto the center of my forehead. Just because I do have a bit of a larger forehead, I don't want to accentuate it too much, so just whatever is left over. Okay, and then final, of course, is to utilize the Beauty Blender just to kind of smooth things out for me. I kind of press it into the skin a little bit more around my eyes. Next, I am going to set my under eyes I'm gonna use the Becca Cosmetics, the Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder, setting powder. Let me just tap some out. I'm gonna use the Sephora 204 brush on this side just to go in and set my under eyes. So, and then I am gonna take my Real Technique brush. I've had this for so long that the label came off, but it's a Real Technique one. Just gonna grab the rest of that setting powder and go onto the rest of my face to set. Those of you that are wondering why I'm going over my eyebrows and I'm like totally fine with it is because I have my eyebrows microbladed and powder finished. So I do have permanent makeup on my eyebrows, which is great because it saves me a lot of time, honestly. Before I had like 2 strands of hair on each eyebrow, which really stunk. So this one definitely, this way my eyebrows, they definitely stay, and I don't have to do too much work anymore. And next up, what I am going to do is I am going to contour. I'm going to use the Complex Culture Contour and Blush Brush. I actually got this, we got this in Ipsy not too long ago. It's actually a pretty good brush. So I'm just gonna dip in here, and I'm using the Tarte Park Avenue Princess, which is this shade here. I'm gonna go in just about that much and just go in and kind of bronze up and contour a little. There, and then I actually stand it up to blend it out. And of course, going underneath, we got extra neck, so we gotta, you know, take care of that down there. Contour that down. Next up, I'm grabbing a Morphe. This is the Morphe E17. Just, it's kind of tapered and it's a blending brush. However, it's not as fluffy, so I can actually dab in a little bit and kind of go down the side of my nose for my nose contour. So I start from the bottom and tap up, bottom, tap up, and there, and then I can use it, the same brush, and blend it out. I am going to grab my Morphe R10 brush and grab some blush. The blush that I'm using is Tarte. I love Tarte. A Tarte blush in the shade Prim. It's just like that, very kind of like a muted rose nude tone color. I'm going to, of course, add it on there, tap off a little bit, and then go in on the cheeks. And then I kind of apply and then sweep up. And then again, go in, apply, and sweep up. Now I'm just gonna kind of again blend everything together lightly. So now let's get into some highlight. The highlight that I've actually been using lately is the Ofra Cosmetics and Madison Miller highlight. Gorgeous shade, like, look at that. Beautiful. And it still hints a little yellow, so it's not too gold tone for me. I mean, not too icy for me. So I've been really enjoying that. And I'm taking my Complex Culture All Over highlight brush. Yeah, all over highlight brush, and just kind of their little hole. And down the bridge, there. Oh, look at that. And honestly, I went a little too ham. So I'm gonna go in and just buff it out a little. So this is my Morphe M409 brush. Just kind of a tapered, just kind of a tapered angled brush. Very small, and I'm gonna grab the chocolate dipped from the Too Faced Just Peachy palette. And I'm gonna go in with Peachy Tart as well for the front of the brows. I'm just gonna brush it out a little. So today, so every day I normally go with this color scheme, kind of a peachy neutral tone look, just because it's fast and it's simple for me to go in every day with. So I'm grabbing a Morphe M433 brush, which looks like that. Fluffy brush, love it. It's one of my favorites actually. And I'm gonna go in with the shade Peachy Tea, which is this one down here. Tap off excess and just go right into the crease. I'm taking my Sigma blending brush. It's the E25, which looks like that. Still fluffy. And I use a fluffy brush for right underneath my eyebrows, so then I can buff it down and blend it into the rest of my lid. And I'm taking the Peach Meringue, which is this shade here. I'm going right underneath my brows. Just like that, and then I'm blending it down some to right where it meets the peach tea shade. So I am actually going to go right back in with the M433, and I'm going to be grabbing the Fresh Picked shade, which is this one here, and I am gonna go right underneath the previous transition shade. So right there. The Peach Tart shade right on the outside corner, but I'm gonna grab another brush. I'm using the Morphe M44 brush, which is like this. And it's a fluffy angled brush, tapered as well. And I'm gonna go into the Peach Tart and just dab a little like that. And I'm gonna go right along my lash line on the outer corners. And then I'm gonna take the M433 that we used and just kind of blend and buff that up a little. It's just a flat brush that I'm able to use. And I'm gonna go in with the Peach Butter, which is this shade right here. And I'm gonna go on my lid, straight on my lid. That's where we're at so far. So on my everyday, sometimes I use eyeliner, sometimes I don't. It's just a matter of if I have enough time for it or not. So today I'm probably not gonna go in with eyeliner, and I will just grab some mascara. Oh, here it is. And I'm using the L'Oreal Hydrofuge Voluminous Carbon Black. This is actually my first time trying this. And yeah, so it's very tiny bristles like that. And I'm just gonna pop it on my upper lash. And that tapered brush that we actually used earlier to do the outer wing, I'm actually gonna take that and that same shade, Peach Tart, and I'm gonna go right underneath on my lower lash line. Just kind of connect the ends just to give it a little bit of depth. Okay. And lashes. So the lashes that I use are the Ardell Wispies. I get them in the 5-pack just because it's cheaper. And these are one of my favorite everyday lashes. I'm just gonna use some tweezers to pull them off. And for me, I like the curled effect. I really like the curled effect just because, of course, my natural lashes are very short. So what I do is I actually will take my falsies and curl them first. No special curler or anything. I just kind of pop it in there like that and lightly curl it. Just to give it a little bit more of a curled lash effect for them to curl up. So they are visible. So now, see how much more lifted they are. And I'm just gonna pop some glue on them. I use the Duo, the green glue with the wand just because it's easier. Better application with the brush too. Letting it dry off. And I'm just gonna use the mirror here. And pop them on closest to the lash line as possible. Just like that. You see how much more raised it is in comparison to when I don't curl them? Because it makes a difference for me. Don't know how, don't know why, but it does. Perfect. Okay, Last but not least, lips. I go in with the Huda Beauty lip liner. This is actually one of my faves. This is in the shade Trophy Wife, just like that. This is a gorgeous shade. I still love this shade. It's like a mauve color. And I just line my lips. This one is Too Faced liquid lipstick. It's in the shade Suck-It. And it's just a little bit deeper than the lipstick or the lip liner. It's not like, how perfect is that pair? Anyway, just pop that on. All right, and here we are. Final look. And I'm just gonna finish off my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. My favorite, of course. There you go. We got some glow on there, some lips, some cheeks. This is definitely one of my favorite every single day look. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Please like and subscribe. Definitely turn on the notification bell as well. I really do appreciate you guys stopping by, especially to watch my videos and me. And I'll definitely see you guys soon.